Aloha! Welcome back to another episode of the Gun Talk. It's actually the final episode here. Today we're going to be covering the SHOT Show, some of the video clips off of YouTube, and giving our opinions about some of the new firearms coming out to the market, and the gundies. I know some of you may not have heard about the gundies, but it's a little kind of Grammys for the gun community, and we're going to be talking about that as well. So
And that's final of the season, not our final episode.
no, yeah, like you said, final of the season. We got Cannon, Big Hoss. We don't have Media Mania here today for the last episode. So, before we continue, let's hear from our first channel sponsor. It's been a long time sponsor. It's W. If you like good energy drinks without the crash and without the extra chemicals you see, W is the way to go. So, I don't know if you guys heard, they're getting rid of the s'mores.
Oh no!
Oh
I haven't gotten
no!
to try it yet.
Are you serious?
Yes, they are bolting s'mores. Right now, you can get it. I don't know. I can't remember what the code is, but right now, they only have a few pallets left, and they're bolting s'mores, and everybody's protesting against it.
That's what I heard. I heard there was a protest against s'mores, or like people were going wild over s'mores, but I had no idea what they were talking about.
It's W S'more. They are bolting it. So once they're gone, they're no longer making any more. So, people, if you love the s'mores and you're watching, use our code to get 10% off of your W order and get whatever s'mores you can get. It's the last available one. Link is down below in the description. You just click on that. It goes right to the W webpage. And it'll already have our code entered at checkout. So please do that if you. And I don't know how much longer. It could be today. It could be on a week from now. But as soon as they run out, it's no more.
Oh man, I don't have the money to get it yet.
Yeah, I feel you. I've been wanting to try it, and they're getting rid of it. I'm like, oh no, I can't get it either.
That'll be soon. It'll be soon.
Yeah. Hopefully the new flavors that are going to be replacing it is really good, and we can show more of it on the channel. But that's what I've been hearing the last few days. Been getting emails about. But on top of that,
I've had nobody talking to me about it.
Oh wow. If you guys like the channel, love us, love hearing us talk and whatnot, we have a merch store. The link is in the description below. We have a few items, but come show your support. Here's our ad for the store. All right. For you guys for showing our support and you guys get merchandise, all the funds that we get from that goes to the channel where we can bring you guys more videos. I know we haven't brought a lot of regular videos, been doing the live podcast because it takes quite a bit of work, quite a bit of funds to actually make these videos to bring to you guys. So show your support, do that. And when we hit 500 subscribers on YouTube, we're going to be doing some giveaways and stuff like that to show our support to you guys, the viewers, all the supporters of our channel. What about you guys? What do you guys have to say?
I'm looking forward to continuing this, and thanks everyone who has, all the viewers. I can't thank you enough.
Yeah, everybody who's watched this, and even if like you're not watching live, but just watching the video shows us that we're obviously doing something right. So just keep watching and enjoying and helping us along the way.
Oh yeah, probably here in like March we'd be coming out with the second season, or March, April, something like that. Just keep an eye for the next season, and it's going to be bigger and better than this season. We're hoping maybe you guys might want to come debate with us. Trying to throw your opinions towards us and convince us otherwise what we're talking about. I'm open to it. I know Big Hoss and Kenan is as well too. So please, we love to hear from people. So move on. I don't know if anybody has watched the Gundies on Monday on Martin Luther King's Day. Like I said, it's a big, huge award ceremony for gun creators or people in the gun industry. It's our way. It's pretty much our Grammys, pretty much. Have you guys seen the Gundies?
I watched some of it. I should have fast forwarded through it because I got kind of overwhelmed by the beginning of it. It was just a lot of stuff that didn't go together. It was like they were. It was like they were going through all of the categories and then just having random stuff shoved in between them. So I
Yeah.
wish I would have fast forwarded through it and cut all that out. Because it would have probably been a lot better than how I saw it.
Okay. Well, to give a basic review to list out the winners of each of the categories. Okay. I know that in between they showed like the NRA, the Guns Owner of America, and stuff like that, showing they're supporting what we do and how much Gun Owners of America has helped out the gun community is unbelievable. They have more people in the for politicians behind their backs than the NRA does, and that's surprising. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
So, but to get to the category, one of the biggest one, the first one of the category is the Firearm Instructor of the Year. That was sponsored by Born Primitive Tactical. The winner of that, I don't know, some of you guys have heard of this guy, the Warrior Poet Society. And I've seen some of his videos. It's really great. And he goes into really good depth about how to handle firearms, especially over video.
Oh, okay. So this is like streaming stuff, not like people who work in the field and
I think he is an actual firearm.
well, I'm not saying he's not, but it's like if you don't stream the content, you don't get considered for the award.
You don't have to stream the content, but a lot of people does. This is the Warrior Poet Society here. Let me show you on YouTube. For people who don't know who the Warrior Poet Society is, this is him. He very much uh, teaches people, and some of his teachings are, very straightforward. So he military and all that. So I support, veterans and people in the military pretty well. So if you look at some of his like content, like you know, anti-gun, you know, 5 steps for new owners, new gun owners. So he does go in depth. He does teach it, but it's in a straightforward way. So that's why he won the firearm instructor of the year.
Okay.
The next one, I never heard of this guy, and it kind of threw me off a little bit at first when I watched all the other, nominees for this. Is the top 2A writer, Mr. Masad Abu. Okay, and I get he does more of like explaining more about firearms. I have never heard of this guy, so it kind of threw me off as well. But the next category is the third one when they came out. Now I was, a little. I never heard of this guy either, but I'm glad this guy actually won. I don't know if anybody you guys heard of this. Uh, the category is Micro Influence of the Year, and who won it was Wheelchair Shooter. Have you guys heard of him?
I haven't.
Mm-mm.
This guy is disabled. Okay, this is him. This is Wheelchair Shooter, and he does all of these firearm videos, but he's disabled. And that's why I said I'm glad he won because it shows in the gun community. It doesn't matter if you're disabled. It doesn't matter if you are something else. There's still show like you can do something.
Yeah.
So I know I gotta watch some of his videos to see exactly who he is and how he won and everything. But like I said, I'm glad he won. It just shows how versatile the gun community is right here. And I like that. I don't know about you guys, but I like how they don't discriminate in the gun community like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gotta give it up. Now, the next category was top voices of the 2A. And who won that? I never heard of this person. A lot of these people who won I haven't really heard of, but this is called the 4 Box Diner. I don't know if you guys heard about this.
No.
No.
So they won uh top voices of the year or of the 2A. The fifth one is most Dappler influencer, and it's What the Kicks won that one.
I haven't heard of them.
Yeah, I haven't heard of him either, but that was the winner of that category. The video creator of the year was Jaeger Z999. I haven't heard of this guy either, but you know, just saw some clips from Shot Show. He does pretty good work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I know everybody from TikTok, Facebook, likes photographs, especially of really nice firearms and different backgrounds. You know,
Yeah.
well, this category is photographer of the year, and it was Caliber Row who won that category. I haven't seen any of his stuff, but what I saw on the Gundies, that looked awesome. I thought I was actually in that picture when I saw a couple of his pictures in it. You know, if you guys ever have a chance, go back and review the Gundies, watch every single category. You could see different types of stuff that's going on in it. You know,
Yeah.
and especially that photographer of the year, that was really great.
Yeah.
Now, you know, all YouTube shows people going around shooting things and everything. You know,
Right.
well, we have the best shooter award, and I don't know if you guys heard about him. It was 22 Plankster that won best shooter at the gun.
I think I've heard of this person. I haven't seen them, but I've heard of them.
He won best shooter there, and you know, how they showed different clips of each competitor, or each nominee. It looked like he was a little bit better than the other four, honestly, in my honest opinion. Okay,
Yeah.
now we all have those kind of brands we like, and especially in firearms, you know.
Yeah.
So we have the most innovative, innovative. I can't even speak today. Innovative brand of the year.
Innovative.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, I can't talk today. The winner of that was Sons of Liberty Gunworks.
I've
That
never heard of them.
I haven't either, but let's see if I can pull something up. Liberty Gunworks. Let me bring it on stage. Here it is. And let's go to videos and see what kind of videos they have. Talked about the M4, the MK1, about the true AR-15 upgrades. They got some. Even do a podcast.
Made a lot.
So this is who won that category.
Sorry.
Now, they came out the Gundies came out with a new category this year. This wasn't here last year. Okay. They had breakout content or breakout creator of the year. We have all those different kind of creators out there, especially like us, trying to make it out here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, even Twitch, Rumble, and all of that. Well, I don't know if you guys heard of him. I have actually watched some of his stuff, and it's actually really good content. And it actually was on one of the podcast talks of the USCCA, and actually gave some of his materials out to some church people. I was actually teaching a church safety class a few months ago. Who won that category was Christian Warrior Training, and he has really good stuff out there. He teaches about different types of church shootings, how to handle them, how to handle yourself in a stressful situation, with all staying within the boundaries of being a Christian.
Okay.
So, but really, really good stuff. Okay. Now the next one, I am really disappointed. I am, but I'm also kind of a little happy about who won. Okay, because I also like them as well. But I was really hoping Boomstick Babe would have won this category. This is what she was in for, but I guess she wasn't the top 5 nominees. Is the most influential female of the year. And I don't know if you guys heard of this, but it's Autumn's Armory. You guys,
No, I haven't heard of her.
you ever heard of this little kid that went around, can handle herself with a firearm, and did some other content with other creators out here?
Oh, yeah.
That's who won.
Oh, okay.
And I remember watching her when she was real little, like here, and taking on like some good shooters and beating them, you know. But she made it fun, even though she was real little. You know, you can see couldn't hold the firearm like how we hold it. You know, she was able to make us laugh and be really good about handling the firearm, really well. You know, so I am kind of happy that she won because a little kid. I'm, to me, it's like let the little kid win. Even though yes, I'm competitive, I rarely let my kids win on stuff.
Yeah.
But it's all good. Then we had the best gun reviewer category, and IV 8888 won that category. And I don't know if you guys heard of IV 88. It's the Iraq veteran 8888. So
No, I haven't heard of them.
I've seen him somewhat on the Unsubscribed podcast and other places as well. Then we have most entertaining content creator, and we all try to be entertaining the best we can.
Yeah.
But some people outdo it. You know what I mean? And be bigger than others.
Right.
Well, administrative results won that category.
I know of him.
Well, he won most entertaining content creator.
Oh,
And this next one, I am so glad he won. He's my favorite, or one of my favorite YouTubers. And I watch all of his shows, or videos every single day, or within hours he's posting a new video. Colion Noor won most influential male of the year.
Yeah, he's good.
I'm actually wearing one of his shirts.
Yeah.
Two-way is common sense. So that's how much of a fan I am of his. I even got his I Am the Militia beanie. So yeah. Big fan of his. So I was glad he won. I voted for him. So next is best outdoorsman. And I never heard of this person. And I don't really do outdoors very much. But Swoosh, or I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. So that's who won best outdoorsman. Next, exactly what we're doing here. Podcast of the year. Well, this podcast that won has 3 different content creators as the one. It used to have Demolition Ranch in the podcast as well. But since Demolition Ranch retired from YouTube and making content, it was left up to these other two. Donut Operator, Brandon Herrera. I can't remember the other one, but it's Unsubscribed Podcast. They won
Yeah.
Podcast of the Year.
Yeah, I know that one.
Really good podcast. I like the best laughs I ever had watching it, you know. So the second to last category, we have Emerging Brand of the Year. That was or third to the last one is Cake Conceal Carry won that category.
Emerging brand of the year?
Yep.
I never heard of them.
I haven't either. Here, let me see. Well, found their YouTube channel. Looks like different types of conceal carry, like bags or purses and stuff like that they do.
That might be why I've never heard of them.
Yeah. Well, ladies, if you like conceal carry different ways, check out Cake's Conceal Carry. I never heard of them. Then next, we have the King of the Hill. And that's part, I guess whoever stays at the top wins. But it's Hicks or Hick OK 45. I've seen like maybe one of his videos that was about the, I think, Kentucky long rifle, how it shows like how powerful it is and everything. But that's as far as I've seen. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
And that last one is influence of the year. Hunter Constantine won that category.
Never. No.
I never heard of him either. But that is what all who won at the Gundies. Gundies were great. It was like about 2 hours long if you want to watch the whole thing from beginning to end with everything in between. But when I looked at all the categories, there were some really good nominees.
Well, that's good.
So, but got some breaking news out in New York, the state of New York. So, this breaking news, once it comes back, is that they're introducing a new House bill that is going to crack down on 3D printing firearms or guns, how they want to put it. And I want to show you guys a clip. It's 2 minutes, 26 seconds long. Big Hoss, after seeing the clip, I'm going to pass it down to you because this is your territory, and I want to know your opinion. I think the people out there would want to know your opinion and how can they do this. Okay.
Well, quite frankly, 3D printers don't necessarily print objects. They print shapes that have been, mapped out for them. So a 3D printer does not know what it's printing. It just knows it's printing something.
Yeah. But listen what this lady has to say in New York about this. I think it's bad.
East Coast is where many of the guns from the South are coming up and going to the streets of places like Philadelphia and Washington. I said, why aren't we working together?
Governor Hochul is targeting illegal firearms like ghost guns created with 3D printers this budget cycle. She wants to make it a crime to sell, distribute, or have instructions to print a gun or gun parts, and create standards for 3D printer manufacturers to block the printing of firearms and mandate ghost guns get reported to a database operated by the New York State Police.
But now trying to get ahead of the criminals who are literally thwarting our efforts there and just making these in their homes.
Hochul's also pushing to require gun manufacturers to design weapons that can't be easily modified using illegal devices like Glock switches. District attorneys and police say current law impedes criminal charges for possessing a ghost gun.
To looking at and making a crime to manufacture, really that's what that is, the printing out in mass would be very, very helpful.
And lawmakers are on board, backing the proposals that would empower police.
You cannot take regular handguns and make them into automatic machine guns. This hurts our community, and we are here to stop this, whether it's...
Okay, people, I want to correct this right now, which is saying automatic machine guns. Military only has automatic machine guns. The only thing civilians have is semi-automatic. That only means one pull of the trigger, one bullet. That is it. And these other, like the Glock switches and stuff like that, yes, they make it hold down trigger, make it an automatic. That is illegal. You have to get tax stamps. You have to get background checks and all this to be able to have one of those legally. That means fingerprinting. That means extensive background check, paying a $200 tax stamp for it. And so I'm going to need to correct this right here, right now, that what she's saying is not 100% true on creating an automatic fire machine gun. Machine guns are NFA items. You have to go through extensive background check, fingerprinting, and pay $200. Then the price of the machine gun, but only military has those.
Yeah, if people don't know you have it, then odds are you didn't buy it legally.
Yeah. And this right here is not correct information. And this is why we're here, to correct those informations and give you the correct information. So
It's policy-wise or with law enforcement.
Affordability is the top issue for New Yorkers, but public safety is a close second, and likely why Hochul focused on it Wednesday as she seeks re-election. Lieutenant Governor Antonio Delgado, the only Democrat to challenge her, delivered opening remarks on the Senate floor, but didn't give a fiery speech or go after his opponent.
In this chamber, we have a responsibility to listen, not only to be informed, but also to be guided.
Delgado says he hasn't spoken to his boss, but he got a warm reception from lawmakers, and says it wasn't his job to play politics while presiding over the Senate and fulfilling his role as president of the upper house.
I find it interesting that we've normalized in politics the use of official capacity for political dynamics. And I think we'd be wise in certain spaces, at certain moments, to reflect the seriousness and integrity of the role.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel.
Okay.
I would like to point out that none of the things they were showing confiscated were 3D printed.
Maybe the handheld bolt action that they had, because it looked 3D printed.
No, that was a black painted wood stock.
So I know this is your territory. How can they ban firearms for manufacturing, or even for people like you, with 3D printers?
Well, I mean, they really can't do it without screwing up the codes of the 3D printing, because I mean, the things that you would be using are just shapes, and for it to say, oh, this shape can be used in a firearm, well, you're taking away a lot of shapes that are necessary for printing out pretty much everything. So if they take that out, everything will basically look like 90s video game from PS1.
So might as well just ban 3D printers.
Yeah. But-
Yeah, I think it's really stupid.
And
Kind-
once again, it's not as prevalent a problem as they are making it out to be. Like they showed only one truly 3D printed gun, and that was that single shot 22. Guess what? It's a single shot 22. It's not that much of a threat unless you are like assassinating someone. And it's only one shot, and then it will probably break.
Do you think that they can make a 3D printed part that can hold up to the standard of regular steel, that can hold the pressure, that can hold the pretty much the amount of pressure it needs for a bullet to travel through the barrel?
Quite frankly, commercially, no. But privately, no. Like, I'm talking, whenever I say commercially, it's like commercially available home 3D printing. That would be a no. If you're going to actually make something like this, you're going to have to go to industrial.
And that's like up to the thousands of dollars to purchase.
Yeah, you're talking about like affording a used car to make one gun that will probably maybe work unless you know what you're doing.
So it's going to be kind of hard for New York to come up with some kind of ban on 3D printers unless the manufacturer changed the code to not allow certain instructions to go through the printer.
Honestly, it would have to come up with, to not mess it up, it would have to come with a whole new code that could identify the overall part, match it up against a database, and then look at it from a database.
So that could end up, I'm saying, taking hours for that 3D printer to diagnose all the parts to make sure it's printing a non firearm component.
Yes, and it would also cost the fact that it would take either a network connection or a massive amount of data, which means you'll have a large hard drive in a 3D printer that already takes up a decent amount of space. You're going to have a larger thing just to hold this database of parts.
Okay. Well, that's good to know, because hearing that's like, wait, how are they going to be able to do that without, having someone dig into someone's life and see what they're downloading and seeing what they're doing to be able to find out whether or not they're printing gun parts?
Yeah, I mean, they would have to monitor every single person's internet history. They would have to monitor everyone's computers who are, people who are going into these 3D building
sites
and softwares.
So it pretty much would be an intrusion of our Fourth Amendment right, pretty much.
Pretty much, it would be more intrusive than the wiretapping of everyone's telephones.
Yeah. And we already know the NSA probably does that, and they're already violating our Fourth Amendment right. But it's the government. But enough with that. Let's move on to SHOT Show before we kind of get in trouble with the government. So, SHOT Show was this week. It ended, I think, today or yesterday. One of the 2 days. But there's some amazing stuff coming out on SHOT Show. I don't know what you guys found, but I found some pretty cool stuff.
Oh yeah, we found some pretty interesting weapons that are coming out that honestly I would want.
I want these too.
I found a few things, and it looks like some really great stuff coming out. Some of it, I don't know how much is going to be available for the public. From what I saw, it looked like it was going to be available to the public, but with SHOT Show, they don't just let anyone in there. But of course, if they're posting it on YouTube, it would probably have to be legal for them to show it.
Well, it's fine they allow that, but SHOT Show is for people with FFLs, law enforcement, and pretty much the gun industry, pretty much, to get out there to show what they're bringing out, especially for law enforcement. Gun shops with FFLs can go there, and so they can see what they're bringing to the customers as well. And so that's like, it's the biggest gun show ever, but it's private to FFL and law enforcement only. And it's hosted in Las Vegas, Nevada, like once a year or twice a year, one of those stuff. And what are some of the things you guys have found?
You go first, Kane.
Well, I have found a grip that is going, or a sight that is going to fit on the back of a Bodyguard 2.0, the new really small Bodyguard, which is saying something because the Bulldog is already pretty small. It's supposed to be a small personal concealed carry person, like a small pistol. And this one's even smaller than that. And this sight was as long as your thumb and about as wide as a fingernail. And it was actually good sight. You could actually see it very well. And it was just really amazing how small they're able to get with dot sights or hollow sights, whatever you want to call them. It looked more like a holographic sight. And it came in green and red. It was just really out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else did you find?
They are making a civilian version of the BS-Val and BSS platforms that are made in America by Americans. No Russian parts at all. and they are very confident in its performance.
What did you find,
So,
Vikas?
Well, SIG is coming out with new lines of handguns, the G4s, and that of course the ones we saw coming out. They look very interesting, and they're probably, they say they're going to run better. I like that they kept steel frames because I'm a fan of steel compared to aluminum and poly, but yeah, like they had like these racing pistols that look like they said they had steel frames, aluminum grips, and the way they described it, it sounded good. Like they were going to be reliable pistols, and they looked really cool.
Oh yeah, I saw the new line model of the 1911 that SIG is coming out. SIG is getting the 1911 game. I found out something really cool. I don't know how much you guys like this. You guys like the Beretta 92, right?
Yeah.
Beretta is coming out with a 92G light LTT that takes that is optic ready.
Huh.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I have like. If you look right here, this Beretta 92. Look at that optic. That
Yeah,
looks nice.
that
look
almost
at
looks
the-
like the optic I saw that about that size.
and that looks really nice. So
Yeah,
then Beretta's coming out with this competitive rimfire pistol, the Beretta B22 Jagger.
wow.
That looks stylish right there. If you look at the nice porting that they have right there,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they have a threaded barrel right there as well.
It definitely has a Tech 9 kind of look to it without the stick mag.
yeah.
So then apparently Colt is back in the fight and structuring with a new patrol rifle. And that looks pretty nice. But let's see. Coming out with a repro of the Beretta 92 as an SB.
Oh, they're coming out with
Springfield.
a semi-auto Maverick, Mossberg Maverick.
Yeah, semi-automatic.
Angstad integrally suppressed rimfire. Wow, that looks like they took a Ruger and put a suppressor on it. Some kind of strange suppressor.
All right. Then Springfield is getting in the 1911 game as well too. And that looks stylish right there.
Yeah.
I'm a 1911 fan, so you guys hate 1911?
No.
Let it be.
No, I like 1911s.
I love them. And this is the SIG 2011. They're getting in the game. And they look very stylish. I actually want to get hands on one of those.
Yeah.
Taurus is coming out with a TX9 platform, so it looks pretty nice, but we all know how some Tauruses are. So
That Shadow Systems AX10 looks pretty cool.
yeah. Nighthawk is doing a 1911 GI tribute. We got a new a Gen 2 of the KS7 Wolf Up shotgun. So that's kind of interesting. Then they made a 300 blackout AK.
Huh.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a suppressor right there too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
So all amazing new gears and whatnot. I saw they had a bobcat, like those little tiny bobcats with a ramming tool attached to it. So everybody just stay out looking out for everything. New firearms, including new 2011 from SIG, 1911 from Springfield coming out. So I believe they might be hitting the shelves by mid-year, maybe. So sometime soon it's going to be coming out on the shelves. Keep an eye. You'd be seeing all these new gears and gadgets. I know people in Colorado. If I saw it correctly, Teddy Collins, the owner of Spartan Defense in Colorado Springs, was there at SHOT Show. So you guys are here in Colorado, get in touch with them and see exactly when they're going to get new lines of stuff from SHOT Show. So anything else you guys would like to add to our final episode of the season?
Definitely keep a lookout for us coming out with new content, and we are going to continue content outside of Gun Talk, and we will come back with season 2 in a couple months. Just we'll keep posting on YouTube and social medias about our content, and hopefully you all will enjoy it.
Oh yeah, we should be having new sponsors coming about for the second season. New supporters of the channel that wants to help us. So, and hopefully debates. I'm looking forward to debates. I'm really looking forward to that. Anything from you, Cannon?
Keep an eye out for us. We're already thinking up of content for the second season. I just give us the couple months we need off to work up new ideas. I think y'all will really like the second season. I think it'll be a big hit. This one was kind of us learning and everything like that, since it was our first season. We literally met this season. Before this, we didn't know each other. Now we are comfortable with each other. We know each other. So the next season is going to flow a lot smoother. This is me and Big Huss. Actually, it's all of our first podcast also. So, we're comfortable now. And I think next season will reflect that.
Oh yeah, and hopefully we'll get some new guests. New people in the firearm industry, gun industry, pretty much. Talking about even people from different states to talk about their gun laws. I'm hoping here soon we can finish with all 50, including bringing you guys new information on new gun laws coming out. So please show you guys your support. Go to the merch store, purchase a merch. Show your support. We have mine, Flying Hawaiian shirt and hat. We have Cannon's shirt and hat, and Big Hoss's shirt and hat. You like me show your support. If you like Cannon, show your support for him, or even Big Hops, show your support, and it just shows how much we're getting to you guys. You know, how much you guys are learning and all of that. So, you guys got any more? I'm all out of thoughts.
Same here.
Same here.
All right. So, aloha. We're going to wrap this up at the final episode of the season of the Gun Talk. You guys have been great. We'll see you guys next season. Aloha.
See ya.
See y'all next season.